All right. Hey guys, this is Zach here with Zach and Terra Photography. And today, the topic of this video is going to be three things that I wish I knew before I started my wedding photography business, or kind of what I would tell myself if I went back in the past. So, one of the things that I definitely would have wished that I kind of knew going into this is not to compare yourself with other photographers. I did this often when I first started, and it had nothing but negative effects because I was comparing myself with professionals who have been doing this for decades. I mean, maybe at the end of the day, it might have helped me a little bit. It kind of helped me to, reach a certain goal. But I think more so, it stressed me out, and I always looked at my work as if it wasn't good enough. And, I definitely don't think that's good for anyone starting out, because a lot of the times that's what makes people not do this anymore. I know people that used to shoot weddings, and for whatever reason they stopped doing it because they lost confidence in themselves. They, didn't think that they were improving the way they should. But I can definitely tell you that you need to focus solely on your work and what's best for you, and go at your pace, just like with anything else. One of my favorite quotes ever is control what you can control. And don't worry about, what this photographer on the West Coast is doing, or this photographer in, another country and wherever they may be is doing, because, good for them. They got a great start, but you have to do what's best for you. And if you can focus solely on your progress, it'll be much more better for your mental health. You'll be more satisfied. Your days will be better. Another bad thing about comparing yourself is that a lot of people can fall victim to constantly changing their styles based off of what they see. They might see a photographer who is a light and airy photographer, and they might do that. And then they might see another photographer who's successful, who is a more contrasty, dark, moody look. They might change that. I know photographers that have changed their styles multiple times, and they can't seem to get a grasp on what's best for them. So that'll be my first tip, is just to focus solely on you and your development. And, if you're patient enough, over time, you have no choice but to get better. You'll shoot more and more. You'll learn more and more about yourself. And lately, I think I've, been very comfortable with, my progression. Like I said, I know I'm not the best photographer. There are millions, thousands of other photographers probably watching this right now who are much better than I am. But, that's not my focus right now. I think I'm successful, and I'm pleased with the work that we're doing. My second tip that I would say that I wish I knew before I started is to invest in education. One of the biggest questions that people used to ask me when I became a photographer was, did you go to school for this? And I always said no. And, for a while I said that it wasn't necessary. And I still don't think it's necessary to go to a collegiate university for it and spend tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even hundreds, but I definitely think that there are a lot of resources out there that you can use, and great educators for much less money that you can invest in, that will be a huge game changer. One of my favorite photographers, Caitlin James, is a really big influence on me. She's one of the first photographers that I actually followed when I started 10 years ago. But she is an amazing educator, and I've learned so much both about photography and about business, because I'd never been a business owner before. This isn't something that I learned in school. I was taught. So that's a whole nother learning curve that I had to get adjusted to. And, I'm still learning right now. So, and, some things you can learn on YouTube. I get it. You can pretty much, search for anything. But sometimes you need a structured course with course outlines, workbooks, and dedicated time of the day to sit down and actually learn some very important things. So I would definitely recommend investing in education. Look up some of your favorite photographers and see if they offer courses. Tip number 3, I would say, is definitely utilize social media. So 10 years ago when I started this, I want to say Instagram had just, they probably weren't just created, but it was, building a buzz. That's so weird to say, it's such a big part of our lives now, to say that Instagram was just starting to, begin. So it was just starting to buzz, and, of course I was a average user, I posted personal things, but when I actually started a business, I realized that social media is the probably biggest marketing tool that you'll ever have for your business. It's where most of your friends are. It's where most of your future and ideal clients are. and it's free and it's very powerful. You can reach almost anybody in the world in any place through social media. And to further expand on my last tip, I've learned through those courses how to use social media the right way. There's so many ways to use it. And I think you really have to narrow down what's best for your business, which social media platforms are best for your business. And for a long time, I wasn't the most aggressive, or, I probably should have used social media more than I have. I'm not a private guy, but I'm also not the most, outgoing person when it comes to sharing my personal information. But you have to realize, as a business owner, that's part of your marketing. It's for people to see you for who you are and genuinely know, when people can build a relationship with you, they feel more comfortable hiring you. So those are just 3 tips that I have, things that have helped me, or things that I wish I could have told myself 10 years ago that probably would help me a lot. I hope they help you. For anybody that's thinking about starting up a business, a wedding photography business, I 100% hope that you go for it. Please don't get discouraged by looking at the other photographers and how successful other people are. I did the same thing. It can be very intimidating, but trust me, these guys have been doing it for years. And there's nothing different between them and you. They take pictures the same way you do. They've just been doing it for a little while longer. I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's definitely something that I wish I could have heard. And I know this age of social media, to go along with another tip that I had, in this age, it's so easy to compare yourself with other people. And it's so easy for people to put people down, when they see you trying to take something on new. But block all that stuff out and have the confidence to say to yourself that this is what that your purpose is, and that you can do it. So as always, if you like this video, like and subscribe, and we look forward to bringing you more content. Thanks, guys.